So everyone, welcome to another episode of Swipe Right Sundays, where we test out tech to see if it's worth your money and swipe right, or if you should just totally skip out on it and swipe left. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Pitaka's brand new Aramid fiber magnetic power bank. And as you can see, I've been using Pitaka products for years, and finally, for the first time, they're making MagSafe power banks. Let's see what this is all about. So again, if you go back to my old videos, I've been using Pitaka products since I believe the iPhone 10, and it's my main case because it gives you that perfect balance of being extremely thin, but also being rigid enough where it's actually a case, and they add MagSafe magnets on here to give you some extra magnetic kind of clasp on there. But again, we're here to talk about the actual MagSafe power bank, and I did bring some other ones over here that I wanted to kind of show off just so we can compare the sizes of them, see how they work, see exactly what they're like, because all of these, I believe this one's 3,500 milliamp hours, this one's 5,000 and ultra slim, and this one's also 5,000, but it's an S2 solid state battery bank, which is new tech, but we'll kind of compare those in a second. Let's open this up and see exactly what we're dealing with. So if you just open this up, packaging is very simple, and again, you can see that it is kind of theme matched to the case I have. They do have a bunch of different colorways. Again, I'll link it down below to see if it's worth your money. So as we unbox this, just for reference sake, this thing does cost, I believe it's on sale on Pitaka's website for $59, and it is on Amazon for $69, just so you guys are aware of what we're dealing with. But again, this is what it looks like. And my first feeling is this thing is crazy slim. Like so slim, and it's built really well. It's got that same Aramid fiber kind of material because that's what it's made of, and that's what Pitaka's known for. And it's kind of got it's a soft touch, but also grippy enough, so it does feel kind of robust. On the outside, you have kind of this rose gold aluminum finish. Again, it's only rose gold, I think, to color match this one right here. This is the only color that I have. And then on the front of it, it is that soft rubber that is very kind of synonymous with Apple products. So it feels like if you've ever used Apple's MagSafe battery bank, the Lightning version, because they haven't made a new one, that's exactly what this feels like. So it is very familiar, and if it's something you're used to, then that's amazing. And then on the other side, you have all the different warnings. You have a button right here. I'm not seeing any light indicators, but let's see exactly what we got going on. But this is a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. It is Qi 2, which means it'll charge your iPhone at 15 watts. And then you just have all the Pitaka branding, which is just down here nice and simple. Now, for reference sake, this is one by Moft. This is 3,500 milliamp hours. This is an older one. It is much thicker, but the footprint is smaller on here. So again, the footprint on this one is a little bit larger. Then you have this Raycon one, but you can see the footprint is actually a little bit longer and taller. So it kind of just depends on what you kind of want from a form factor standpoint. And then you have Kyuxu's, which is one of my favorite ones. This is their solid state battery, also 5,000 milliamp hours. But you can see that it is much thicker right here. And then it is also taller, and it seems to be the same thickness overall in terms of width. So this one is bigger, and it's a lot heavier. This is way lighter. That's so crazy. I'm surprised at how light this is, but let's move this off to the side. I am running iOS 26. Let me know in a comment down below if you guys have been running that at all. We have a lot of content happening, but let's slap this on the back. And there it goes. So it does charge up. It took a little second to actually get going, but you can see that it is charging up. We're at 80% battery. Now let's see if it does show up in the battery indicator. It does not, which again is something that this Kyuxu one did do. It showed up on the battery widget, but then unfortunately I think Apple got wind of it, and I think that's an Apple feature. So Apple basically told them to stop doing that because they didn't license it. Something to note. So if you do find a power bank, because I believe the Raycon one did that for a little while, the Kyuxu one did that for a little while, so do keep that in mind, but this is the whole package. Right, you have this on the side, you do have a little button here, but is there any light indicator? There's no light indicator. That's so interesting. So how do we know how much battery this has left? Really have no idea. Let me see. If we pull this, this magnet is so strong. Look at this thing. Strong. And this is what it looks like if you guys want to check it out. I actually love this kind of color combo, and it's so thin. That's the most important thing to me. It's so thin, it's lightweight, it doesn't add a lot of bulk. It does have its own USB-C port down here at the bottom that matches up perfectly with the USB-C port here. It's small enough where it fits on the smaller iPhones as well, so that's something to note because something like this one is too big of a footprint to fit on the iPhone 16. It physically attaches, but there's a little bit of a lip that goes over, so this one won't do that with the smaller iPhone 16 or 16 Pro. So let's remove this and see. Oh, the light indicators are on the inside. Interesting. Okay. I was wondering, I was like, there's no way there's no light indicator. So that is something to note. So you have the light indicators right here, and let's see if there's any paperwork to kind of help us figure out exactly what we're dealing with. So we grab this again, let's open this up. So if you guys see on here, it does show that you do charge at 15 watts when wirelessly connected. You can charge wired in if you have a wired USB-C cable at 20 watts because it outputs at 20 watts and it also inputs and it charges itself at 20 watts. And again, like I said earlier, we found the light indicators. If I press this button, you can see how much battery charge there is left if I really kind of show it off here. And I kind of like how it's on the inside, so it's a little bit more incognito. And this, again, the whole package together, I absolutely love this. I think this is sick from an aesthetic standpoint, from a usability and function standpoint, how it looks, the thinness of it, and overall, I think this is an absolute win. And again, for $59 from Pitaka's website, if you guys want to go that way, or if you have Amazon Prime, you don't have to pay for shipping, so just figure out which way it's cheaper. I'll link them both down below if you guys want to check them out. But for me, this is a swipe right for this Pitaka MagSafe battery case, especially because right now, for a G2 MagSafe battery case, that does have a little bit of style and a little bit of aesthetic and some good build quality, you are dealing with anywhere from $50 to $100. So this kind of fits on that lower spectrum. There definitely are some other kind of knockoff ones out there for a little bit cheaper, but you know, your mileage may vary in terms of how hot it gets, heat dissipation, how much you can trust it. Pitaka is a very reputable brand that's been around for a long time, so I trust them to make sure that nothing kind of blows up on me. But overall, fantastic package. Highly recommend it. If you guys do want to get a MagSafe battery pack, you're looking to gift it to somebody, this is going to be the one that I'm going to be recommending, especially if you have the color matching case. This thing is sick. But that'll do it for Swipe Right Sundays. Like I said, swipe right on this one. If you guys have other recommendations for me to check out for this kind of series that we're doing, let me know in the comment down below. Always curious to check those out. But that'll do it for this video, everybody. If you made it to the end, leave a little dolphin in the comments down below so I know you made it to the end. And check out our last few videos of this series right here and right here. Peace, everybody. Definitely get that.